Hey everyone, this is DK, back with another Gunpla. Today we're doing the RG. I think this is the first RG unit that I'm actually building. I have repainted my old RG before, but this is first time I'm making it. After I made the Wing Gundam a few years ago, I thought RG was really cool. Like, I like smaller ones, but it's got all the mechanics of almost like perfect grade look with like MG mechanics and stuff. So I thought RG was really interesting. And since this is a RG unit, it does have many runners. I think it went A through F, C or B being the RG, the body, the soft one that makes different joint, and lots of decals. And I'm probably gonna rant a lot during this video because I heard many rumors about RG being not such a great gunpla kit. They simply had bad reputation. Even when I was making the Wing Gundam years ago, I kind of felt that it's so loose, hard to pose, and this being the first RG kit of them all, let's see how bad or good this gets. And again, I haven't fully settled in yet from my move, so all I will be doing is cleaning as best as I could. Like this gate nibs, I'll probably leave it as is if I'm priming and painting over, but since I'm not doing that, I'll be using my razor to clean file until it disappears and maybe even sand them later. Going back to RG history, it's real great RG. It looks like they started this in 2010 with this Gundam, RX-78-2, and the second unit was Zaku 2, but they never really had a good reputation. It had a good gimmicks, like the joint fully folded, like they were touching each other. I'll show you later. But I can also show you those joints will break easily. The outer shell parts are pretty solid, like any other Gunplas, but these gray part, the pre-molded multiple plastic, they have the joints where things can bend or rotate 180 degrees, 360 degrees. Those parts are just so delicate. This runner B is all the problem. They look like one piece, but they have multiple joints. And soon there will be my first issue. This is supposed to be a knee. It just broke. It's supposed to fold nicely, but it didn't. And another problem with bonding, since this isn't a full hard plastic, this is more of a silicone soft plastic. They were melting. Like, I know the super glues are supposed to melt each other, so I tried different super glue. It wasn't just bonding, like when it touched the super glue, the whole part kind of became soft, like an octopus or something. It just messed the whole thing up. But I knew the outer shells could like support when it's fully built, so I just continued on. And I was like, if this breaks, I'll just pose it and like super glue the whole thing together or put it under epoxy or something and just keep it as is. Within the first hour of making this Gunpla, I found out the rumors weren't kidding. But when they work really nicely. It works like a human muscle. When it stretches, that part comes away from the thigh, but since, again, if it's working, it will be really nice. It can be fully folded like this, but this one, I have to hold the knee and just bend the bottom part. If I do it at the top, it will just break right off. But you can't really tell, right? So I'm moving on to other part of the Gundam, forgetting how I broke the first thigh that I worked on. hoping I won't be breaking anything else. And I try to be careful, and I try to clean everything with the razor. The build itself, I think it's turning out pretty nicely. All the nibs were disappearing with the help of razor and all the sanding and file. Everything was great until, this part. This was falling off every second when I was posing something. Now I know why they build those skirt into the socket, not like you just pop it in, pop it out. Not sure if RG version 2 fixed it, but that was a headache. And since I can't paint anything for now, I'll be putting all the decals onto this Gundam. Hopefully it will turn out nice. Since I'm trying to make the base build without any decal, I wasn't gonna do this early, but since these goes inside, I had to put it on. This is like turning that plastic into a copper look, but it had its own issue. As soon as I folded that arm, that scratched the whole copper thing off of it. I'm complaining a lot, but the build wise, I think it's fun. Little build, no problem. I'm always amazed by how they design this head mechanic. It could be like 1-2 piece kind of thing, but they make it so complicated, but good. It all fits together and they look good. So this is base build with almost no decal, just raw, clean. Looks like Gundam. Now we're making all the rest, the weapon, shield, everything else. I'm not sure about the body, but these accessories looks good. Let me get this straight. I'm not settled in. I have no painting booth. I can do some panel lines. I'm not sure why I'm showing all 3 colors, cause I'm only using black. I'm gonna be super honest. I was gonna do a pretty clean panel job, but I got lazy, maybe because I don't have my station ready. I started just painting the heck out of everything. I'm sorry, but it works. But I will tell you this, you shouldn't really be doing this because enamel will melt the Gunpla plastic if you do it too much. So I cleaned it up as soon as it's ready, but you really shouldn't be doing this. Just dab where it needs a panel line and clean it. Don't paint the whole thing with enamel. That doesn't do good to your plastic, and they smell kind of bad. Oh, do it in a ventilated room or outside, please. I haven't made perfect grade Gundam yet. I think this RG had as much as decal as perfect. I might be wrong, I'm probably wrong, but this had so many decals. As I'm putting it in, I'm really liking how the panel lines turned out and some rustic looking parts. And I was scared that these stickers might fall off, so I dove into my boxes and found my top coat. I don't usually do this, but I think this was necessary because it had like 100 decals. I'm just prepping them on a painting stick and hope for the best. I'm using premium top coat semi-gloss from Mr. Hobby. They always work nice. If I had a matte, I'll probably use that over this, but this was all I had. And when you spray paint, always hold it down fully. Don't try to like half pressure. Always use full pressure. You know, you might be wasting some, but you have to. Otherwise, they might like spit out some chunks because their pressure is wrong. Do you hear the music? This was bad. I'm editing them so they kinda look good and cool. I usually don't show assembly like this, but I had to because I had so much trouble. Those 4 pieces were like born to, bother me, born to hate me or something. And the elbow circle round part kept falling off. I was about to super glue it, but I didn't. And this bazooka on the right, I just couldn't get it in because like thumb kept falling out. And while I was working on the bazooka, the skirt falls out. I put the rear skirt back on and work on the rear skirt and our leg. The front skirt falls out. It's just crazy. This kit came with a small pilot model, so I decided to hand paint that. First time doing it. It looks pretty bad, but when I do everything, put multiple colors and zoom out, it kind of looks like human. Look at that gold hair, Done. The results is in. They look pretty good. I think the look-wise, I'm pretty happy with it. But I'll never play with it because it will break. To be honest, the right knee broke. Left elbow broke, and the bazooka broke. I just had to edit this in too, It's hard to exchange anything because everything keeps falling off. But yeah, the final quality when it's still and not moving, I like it. It looks really good. I love the size. I love all the gimmicks I can do. It's good. They came out with the version 2.0 of this same Gundam this month. I can't wait to get my hands on it. But for now, thank you very much for watching this video and see you on the next build. See ya.